All right. So just going back. All right. Because Deuteronomy 28 again and 43. Okay. Says the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Okay. And thou shalt come down very low. Now let's go back to 2 Esdras 5 and 27, because the nation of Israel is under many nations. Okay. All right. Because all the nations here in America, and no matter where we go in the earth, they become more successful than us because these curses followed us. Okay. And the scriptures say that these curses was going to follow us. All right. Verse 46 in Deuteronomy 28:46. You're not going to see it on the screen, but I'm going to read it from my book. It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. You see? All right. And it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, verse 45, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever. And that's why we can sit there and identify ourselves as being under these curses, because it's a sign. It's an astonishment. All right. When we look at our condition, it's a sign and it's an astonishment according to what was written in the scripture. OK, we don't have to make this up. So back in 2 Esdras 5 and 27, it says, and among all the multitudes of the people thou hast gotten thee one people, and unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many? And upon the one root hast thou prepared others. You see, because everything came from Abraham. Okay, even the chosen seed. It says, and why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many? So Israel was scattered among many. Okay, which is going to go back to the point in Revelations, the 7th chapter, the 9th verse. Who are that? Though the multitude of kindreds, or multitude of people, of kindreds out of every nation. All right, and every tongue. All right, those are the Israelites that scattered among these different nations. Okay, and what proves that Amos 9, the Lord shall sift Israel. Okay, among all the nations. Okay, verse 29, it says, and they which did gainsay thy promises, all right, and believe not thy covenants, have trodden them down. And that's till this day, they still do it. All right. You got Vocab Malone, the apologetic Christian movement, and they're using our peoples as pawns. All right. Because, they're using, I guess you could say the hard part of this truth that's hard to swallow. They're using that against those who newly understand or who newly come into the information about the truth, the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. All right. So it says, if thou didst so much hate thy people, yet shouldest thou punish them with thine own hands. All right. And which the heathen are the hand of the Lord. Okay. All right. And it brought us to shame. All right. So here the point has pretty much been made, that Israel is scattered among many people. All right. And we're the multitude. Okay. Out of all of the multitudes in the world, the Lord chose us and loved us above all. But he scattered us. And it's according to our own sin and transgression which we have wrought. All right. And so that's why we're scattered among the heathen. Okay. And of course, for the Lord's ultimate purpose, which is to gather all his people from among out of the heathen. All right. So the next precept, the Lord willing, this is making sense, and I'm not going over anybody's head. So Baruch 4 and 36. All right. Baruch 4 and 36. All right. And it reads, it says, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Let me get Amos really quick. Let's get Amos 9. Then we'll read that. All right. So this is Amos 9:9. It says, for lo, I will command, all right, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Let's read it in the NLT. For I will give the command and will shake Israel along with the other nations, as grain is shaken in a sieve, yet not one true kernel will be lost. You see? So none of the children of Israel is going to be, none of the seed is going to be lost among the nations in the world, or of the world, the heathen nations. All right? And to sift something is to simply, let's go into the word. All right? And I will sift. Okay? All right? So it says to quiver, totter, shake, reel, stagger, wander, move, sift, make move, wave, waver, tremble. All right? Look at that. It says swings, stagger, tremble. All right? Because that's what you do. You grab the seeds, and they're among, all right, when you're sifting corn, okay, you grab them, you put them together, you shake them, all right, and the true kernels would stay, okay? It's simply a screening process, so to speak, all right? And so that's what the Lord is doing with this light, with this truth. He's waking us up among all the nations that we were scattered, okay? And that's going to be the Revelation 7 and 9, okay? That's who's the nations that scattered among these different nations. Baruch 4:36. All right. It says, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh from unto thee from God. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together. All right. And that's that multitude. Okay. From the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of God. All right. So it's by the word that we're coming together. And then ultimately we're going to be gathered together by way of chariots. All right. Which we call that the chariots of the Most High. The world calls it UFOs. Okay. But they're spaceships, simply spaceships. All right. From another dimension. Okay. And they're going to appear in this world, and they're going to shake this world with terrible fear. 2nd Ezra 2:40. All right. And it reads, it says, take thy number, O Sion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. All right. Take thy number, O Sion. Okay. And this is a direct correlation to Revelation 7 and 9. All right. It says, the number of thy children whom thou longest for is fulfilled. Okay. Why the Lord longest for us? Because we're lost. Okay. All right. The Israelites are not in a place of, safety. Okay. Which, you got vocab Malone. They want to question us about the validity of the claims that we're making, us calling ourselves Israelites, but they're not going to make or question or scrutinize the people that's over there in Israel, the small hats who are actually calling themselves Jewish and calling themselves the children of God, in which we know they were rejected. Okay, so they're perpetrating. All right, but you don't see them going to them questioning their validity. All right, they're questioning ours. All right, but here it's saying, all right,